Are you a real estate investor looking to start your first flip? Are you a passive investor looking for the next opportunity? Regardless of your situation, our mission is to help everyone work towards their unique version of financial freedom. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Conduit Capital Podcast. My name is Adam Barrow, and we are officially in the year of 2024. New years bring all sorts of new experiences and new challenges and new goals that we set out to achieve, and that's no different for us here at Conduit Capital. And if you're watching this, you may be a real estate investor that's looking to do your first deal in 2024. Or you could be a passive investor looking for a place to deploy your money, and you've stumbled upon this video and are trying to learn more about the different lending institutions that are out there. So we're going to start a couple-part series that goes over private lending in 2024, and really the goal of this is to just cover what private lending is and how Conduit Capital fits into that, but also just some general tips to look out for in the industry and things to keep in mind as you're talking to new people. Today we are going to be covering 3 different questions. The first question is, what is private lending? The second question is, who lends private money? And the third question is, where is their money coming from? So those are 3 important questions that I've outlined where, like I mentioned previously, whether you're a new investor in real estate or you're a new passive lender looking for a place to put your money, these are questions you should be asking yourself as you start your search. So back to the first one. So what is private lending? Private lending is anything not associated with Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. And we included some things here. There are plenty of other options out here, but these are some of the most common ones that I've seen. So these private lenders could be things like mortgage companies, small banks. It could be family and friends. So maybe you have some family and friends that are doing pretty well that have some money sitting on the sidelines that are looking to have it deployed. It can also be high net worth individuals, so people that have great careers that, kind of like friends and family, have a lot of money sitting on the sidelines that they're looking to get passively deployed, which they also go by the name accredited investors, which that's a topic for another time. But then also you have conduit capital, so this is exactly the space that we're in. And the big point I'm trying to make by outlining these private lenders is that there is a multitude of options out there, and depending on your unique needs, there is definitely a match for you. So I highly encourage you, depending on or regardless of whatever phase of the search that you're on, really take the time to interview and ask questions to lenders to figure out if they're the right fit for you. One of the things that I learned as I first started in real estate was that while there's a clear start point and an end point, being that, maybe you get the house under contract being point A and you closing the house is point B, the method in which you get from point A to point B there's a million different roads you could take. And that's the same with choosing a lender. Choosing a lender is kind of a part of that journey, and there's a lot of different roads it could take. And there's a lot of things that you should know, which we will be covering in this series. So I'm excited to talk about that. So the next question we're asking is, where is their money coming from? So where are these private lenders getting these funds? And there are a lot of different options and avenues out there, but the big 3 that I'm going to talk about are big banks, Wall Street, or they could also be getting their money from savvy investors looking for a modest return on their investment. When you're looking to work with different lenders, you'll find that they come in many different shapes and sizes. You have some large companies with hundreds of employees, and you have others with maybe a team of 5 to 10 people. Again, it's really up to you and what you're comfortable with when deciding who you're going to work with. But this is something that you should ask up front so that you know. Some companies have different ways of working, and sometimes it's tied to their size. So always keep that in mind when looking for new lenders to work with. So that was the first part in our series, Private Lending in 2024, where we covered the questions, what is private lending, who lends private money, and where is their money coming from? In future parts of the series, we'll be answering even more questions about this, and even getting into some details of some great questions for you to ask instead of just giving the answers. So stay tuned for the rest of our parts. We look forward to your communication with us in the comments. Please share any questions that you may have or anything we didn't cover. If you'd like to learn more about certain things or for us to go in deeper, we're always happy to do that. Don't forget to follow us on all of our social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Leave comments and like our video. And we will be back very soon for the next episode. Also, we do have a monthly in-person meetup group at our office in Gary, Indiana. And we also have a monthly phone call on Zoom where we invite special people from our network to talk about what they're doing and the ins and outs of the real estate industry, but also industries outside of real estate. So if you're looking to grow and expand your knowledge and the industries that you're familiar with, that's a great way to get started. So we look forward to seeing you in the future. And remember, be a conduit, not a bucket. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in to our podcast today. If you enjoyed this episode and would like to stay up to date with all of our latest content, please follow us on social media. You can find us on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram at Conduit Capital Podcast. We love hearing from our listeners, so feel free to send us a message, leave a comment, or share your thoughts with us.